Good morning for today's midweek boost. It's Wednesday morning, and I thought I'd just step outside and record. It's kind of a foggy day. This is the view from my front porch. We have something called a green space in front of us, and it's nice just to have a little patch of green amid a pretty well-developed neighborhood. There's something about getting outdoors that really can be helpful to us. We can go for a walk. Today is going to be a turning point in weather. They tell us that it's going to be warm again today. I think it's supposed to be 68 degrees this afternoon, but tonight the temperature is going to start dropping. It'll feel a little bit more like we would think it's supposed to feel in November. So I thought today would be a good day to record outdoors because I was thinking about the theme of our Methodist book of daily prayer. We've challenged you to get a copy of that book and use it beginning in Advent, but I went ahead and started using mine near the back of the book for the weeks that lead up to Advent. And the theme for this week is endurance. When I think about endurance, I thought about the saying that maybe you have heard before. People have said this, that, have you heard this? Life is more like a marathon than a sprint. You know, I'll be honest, I wouldn't be very good at being a sprinter, but I think I'd be even worse at being a marathon runner. I just can't imagine all the training that would take place in order to have to run for that long. It's just unimaginable. You don't just decide to run a marathon today and then start running it tomorrow, do you? You have to go through training. One of the things we learned in our Jesus 24/7 study is the importance of training, that our spiritual growth will be more helpful to us by training than just by trying. Sometimes we think just try harder. Think about the fruit of the Spirit, trying to be patient, trying to have self-control. That usually lasts about 5 minutes, doesn't it? If the fruit of the Spirit were a sprint, we'd have it made. I think I could be patient for 2 minutes, but for a lifetime, that is something God does within us, and we are challenged to build up endurance. Endurance. What an amazing thing. Endurance challenges us to be in it for the long haul. And when we think about the life God has given us, so often there are chapters in our life that we think, why did this happen to me? And then as time goes on, we realize, oh wait, that is where I learned the most. It wasn't fun. That's where I learned the most. It's not very fun to run a marathon the first time either, but boy, it's fun at the end once you've made it there. What a challenge that would be. Endurance. What comes to mind when you think of endurance? Is that something you have grown in through life, or is it a challenge for you? One of the Bible verses that we had on Monday in the book of daily prayer came from James chapter 1. You know that the testing of your faith produces endurance. Let this endurance complete its work so that you may be fully mature, complete, and lacking in nothing. One of the great things about our Methodist heritage is that we do talk about the importance of the long haul. We sometimes call that sanctification. That's a big word for just the fact that we grow in the grace of God daily and we are transformed daily. Maturity doesn't happen in an instant, does it? Maturity can't happen in a microwave. It's more like a crock pot. It's more like a marathon than it is like a sprint. And so I invite you to join me in that journey of the marathon of life, and the things that happen along the way. Those are not the exception. Those are the rule. The things that we didn't plan. Those are the moments when life is really at its most real. Each morning in the book of daily prayer, we have a prayer that we use in the morning, and I'm going to use that, the endurance prayer, to share with you today. Mighty God, you promise strength to those who hope in you, Anoint me with your Spirit so that today I may have the courage to act even when I'm scared. Muster the resilience to get through the challenges facing me. Receive the wisdom to know how to navigate decisions and situations. Act with patience toward those who work against me. Endure even when I don't see immediate results. God, I hope and trust in you. Help me to run and not grow weary, to walk and not faint. Amen. Pray blessings to be with you during this week leading up to Thanksgiving next week. I pray that you'll keep your heart open during this marathon of life, and that God will open your heart to some special learning that he has for you right this day. God bless.